Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's talk Kaspa in this video. One of the cryptos we talk about a lot here on the channel. One of the cryptos that I do believe in, what they bring from a technological standpoint in terms of blockchain, as well as just an offering standpoint, right? We always want to try to find those cryptos in that 15 to 50 sweet spot in terms of market cap. And that's where I think Kaspa has an advantage because they are a relatively young crypto that has not had the exposure needed to really have that push. And that's kind of why we turn into the argument where, hey, if we are going to make a run, we do have another season that's upon us. I think that Kaspa stands out as one of my clear-cut winners just because they have a lot more room for the upside in comparison to other cryptos. So in this video, we're going to talk about kind of the narrative behind Kaspa, where they're at from a price perspective, and kind of if the bulls can take charge of Kaspa as they continue to develop and evolve, and the word continues to spread. So I want to share with you guys my thoughts. As always, welcome to the channel. I'm Mark. This is my crypto channel. We talk crypto every single day. Join us here. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also please keep in mind, I will never tell you to buy or sell a crypto. It's not financial advice. Always do what's best for you and do your due diligence, okay? So let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the market. Can we take charge as bulls for Kaspa, right? I'm super bullish on Kaspa. A lot of people are as well, but we need to talk about kind of what's going on in the overall market as we have another green day. Yesterday was a very nice day as we saw, some big green numbers. I mean, look at, this is not a pie video, but pie is up 31.8%, one of the clear-cut winners of the day. And as we look down into kind of what we're seeing here on the crypto bubbles, you can see where Kaspa's at 49th in market cap now. A little bit of a flat performance, but yesterday we did see a little bit of a spike where Kaspa now trading at 0.65. It's going to be something where this is right around the time period where I started to first get involved with Kaspa. It was a little bit below this level that we're at right now, getting as high throughout the year, upwards of 20 plus cents. And then we've all known what's kind of plagued the rest of the market. Right now, there's a lot of macro going on, okay? Just plain cut, simple. It's something where nobody really wants to get involved with volatility. And this is exactly what we're going to get as long as these tariffs continue to kind of plague the market and what we have coming about with interest rates and, global kind of conflicts, so on and so forth. The list goes on. But pushing all that to the side, there's more reasons to be bullish about crypto in this environment than there is to be bearish if you do want to look at kind of those narratives within the macro. Unfortunately, though, the way the institutions move the chart, move the needle, it's going to be something where it's going to be very hard to break out with all of those set in place. So I do want to get into this discussion. As always, guys, welcome. If you have not click my link down below. I do have an exchange, BTCC, I'm partnered with. Start trading on there today. They've been around for 14 plus years. Spot and leverage trading available to U.S. clients. That's where exactly you can find my link where you can look for volume competitions as well as some of the promotional giveaways up to 10,000 plus USDT. You can get cash back with my link down below. Sign up with BTCC today. Make sure it's right for you and start trading, like I said, today using my link, okay? But let's get into this discussion, okay? As Kaspa aims for 7 cents, and I know a lot of you guys are probably watching and you hold Kaspa, you may have bought it over 10 cents, but can the bulls take charge of the charts? That's going to be the big discussion. As recently, this is where we've seen the daily trading volume for Kaspa decrease. There's been a lot of mixed signals across the market as we've seen Bitcoin, Ethereum remain near their recent lows. But this is something where there's been some resilience, and why Kaspa kind of sticks out amongst the bunch is because, like I said, it works both ways. If not a lot of people know about it, not a lot of people know to sell it. Not a lot of people know or trade it. So that's kind of why the volume has kind of been mixed. But this is something where we've seen multiple recovery attempts fail. And as we shift closer to getting more bullish for Kaspa, this is kind of where we look at how we've closed. And that's been something where it's been a little bit more of a better conversation as we've seen Kaspa kind of hang out, right? We're just kind of trending sideways. We're chilling, if you will, okay? But the big question is, and why you guys are all here, is will Kaspa turn bullish soon, okay? Currently, we have a lot more bearish pressure in the market than we do have bullish, and that's kind of why we've seen the price action kind of go towards the wayside. But if we continue to trade towards the downside, we could potentially form a death cross and that would plunge us below that 0.6 level even further. But I think that right now we're just like one step away. Okay, we're one step away from just opening the floodgates, where I think in that situation, if the momentum does take a turn, that's where we could see a lot more bullish momentum kind of get injected. And that way that death cross could turn into a golden cross, getting Kaspa into the conversation where we could break out into that 7-8 cents territory. All right. The way I'm playing it is, I've told you guys this in numerous videos, I'm stabled up in a lot of things right now, okay? And that includes Kaspa. It doesn't mean that I'm, fudding the project. I'm not selling Kaspa per se. I'm selling the market right now, okay? It's just a very volatile environment. It's not something where I'm going to sit here and pump sunshine on a cloudy day, all right? We're just, unfortunately, trading in the best crypto environment, but also on the other hand, it's the worst crypto environment, as digital volatile assets have been just bludgeoned by what we have going on from the macro economy like we've talked about. And that's kind of where we get into the discussion, where we can look at the technical analysis till we're blue in the face. We could talk MACD, we could talk CMF, we could talk the bull bear power value. All of those things could be the most bullish indicators in the world. But what it comes down to, guys, is the sentiment of retail. The one thing that we're lacking, and we compared this to 2021, right? If you look back to the historical charts and Kaspa, we all know kind of what their relationship is with Bitcoin, so on and so forth, and kind of how all the code kind of transpired during its development. The big thing to understand is we have room to run, okay? 2017, 2021, this is not the proportional top, if you will, from where we were at right here, right now. And I don't even think we really had our chance to even get close to where we were headed fully before, it was just one of those announcements. Boom. Next thing you know, market crashes. We've seen some of the biggest exoduses of capital within not just crypto, but also within NASDAQ, the S&P, so on and so forth, okay? It's tariff time, and that's just simply put, it's not a good thing. But if you do believe into the narrative where, hey, tariffs are going to be a short-term impact, they're going to do what they need to do. It's going to weaken the U.S. dollar. It's going to screw up. It's going to bolster treasuries. And there's a lot of people, including Warren Buffett, think that Trump is doing something very, very brilliant as he looks to make America great again. And that's not just some political slogan. It's not just a hat. It's actually what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring jobs. We're trying to bring goods produced in America. You could see kind of what we have going on with Apple, right? I believe Apple just recently spent $400 million to kind of add infrastructure domestically, and that way they can make and manufacture their own microchips, okay? That's kind of what we're dealing with. It's just going to be a back and forth war. We'll see what the reciprocal tariffs end up being when it's all said and done. If it ends up being a United States-China thing, great. We'll get through it. But if the tariffs do their job, it's going to have a short-term impact, not just for the traditional sense of finance, but also within digital assets as well. And then from there, guys, the only way to go is up, because that's kind of where it is true. America would be made great again, which would in turn cause a lot of inflows into crypto. There's going to be a lot more money that people are going to have if this thing goes to plan. And that's kind of what we saw back in 2021. Everybody was using their stimulus checks, buying crypto. It's just a whole different ball game right now where money's tight. I mean, you go to the grocery store and you buy eggs. And I'm not saying Kaspa's not doing well on the charts because eggs are expensive, but I am kind of saying that because a lot of people, they need that money right now. Not everybody can be, the institutional whale that can just throw $1 million at Kaspa and just ride off to the sunset because they know it's going to explode. Sure, but that's just kind of where you have to kind of configure yourself and align yourself with the overall market. Not just within, going on your exchange and buying crypto. Oh, I bought crypto every single day. We're dollar cost averaging. It's more so just having the right state of mind where you understand why no one's buying right now, when you should buy, and then in turn, having everything play out in your favor. Those are the questions and kind of the game plan strategy that you should be all figuring out. But if we do look at the historical charts like I pointed to, Bitcoin has a lot of room to run. And if Bitcoin runs, then obviously alts will follow. And then when Bitcoin, the dominance goes down, then altcoins will break out even further. And that's kind of how that cycle will end. Okay. So as it stands right now, guys, I'm super bullish on Kaspa. We're going to continue to cover it. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. But when it comes down to it, guys, the big number that we have to look at is the trading volume. And we have shown some resilience during times of weakness. We have failed to break out. But right now we are in that bullish zone where we're just looking to turn the corner. And I think that what's going to happen is the tariff talk all subsides, then people start getting involved. And then not just from that, guys, but when Kaspa gets listed on all major exchanges, that's going to be one of the biggest things they have going for them, because they have not been readily available for everybody to adopt Kaspa in the technology. And there is no actual implementation of that technology in real world applications to this point. There's a lot of things coming down the road. Super bullish on kind of that whole speculation. It's also why I kind of got involved in the first place, because of how naive it is in terms of its real world applications at this moment in time versus where it could be, 1 to 3 years from now. Okay, so that's kind of my thoughts on the day, what I wanted to share with you guys. I appreciate you all giving me a couple minutes on your Saturday. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.